Hi guys, it's Alicia here. Today in this video, I'm going to be doing another eye look using my Chasing Rainbows ColourPop palette, and I know I've already posted a video with a look of this, well, 2 looks in one, but I want to do another. It looks so horrible. Like, this palette gets so dirty. I hate that. But anyways, I want to do a neutral look with this palette and just see what it looks like. Obviously, it's going to be more on the warm brown side because there's not very much to choose from. But, you know, I just thought it'd be fun to do that, to show what it looks like to get a neutral eye look out of this palette, since it is a, you know, pretty colorful palette. But I'm just taking my MAC paint pot to prime my eyes with. I swear by this thing. I have a couple other eye primers that I also really like. I just think this one might be my favorite. It's hard to choose. I really like my Essence I Heart Brightening Intensifying eyeshadow primer. That one's really nice too. And then I do like the Urban Decay Primer Potion, but I don't think it's worth the money. I think there's better. Like, if you're gonna spend that much money on a primer, I think the MAC Paint Pot is better, in my opinion. And I found a dupe for the Urban Decay one anyways, the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. I use that instead of that one most of the time. I do still use my Urban Decay one because, I mean, I bought it with my money. I'm gonna, you know, use it up so I can get my money's worth. I did buy it when it was half off one day though, so I didn't, like, you know, spend a lot of money on it or anything. But, alright, she is primed. She's ready to go. So first I'm gonna take the shade Wiggles, which is that light cream shade. Take my Flower Beauty brush and just pack this on the lid as my base. This color does a really nice job of brightening your eyes. Like, the paint pot already does that, and then this with it just, like, takes it to a whole nother level. It's really nice. So far, I am really liking this palette. Out of all the colors I've used every single color in it so far, except for 3, and the 3 I haven't used, I'm going to use it in this video, so then I will have had to use all the colors and give my final opinion on it, tell you how much I like it. So far, I like it though. But now I'm going to take my crease brush, and I'm going to take the shade Feelin' It, which is that brown right there. It's kind of a reddish brown. It's not really that light. It's a little on the darker side, but it's really all I have is a transition shade, so I'm just gonna make it work. I don't think it's bad to use as a transition shade. Like, I have used it before as one, and it worked out fine. So I'm just fluffing that everywhere. I don't always go for warm shadow looks. I mean, I do sometimes, but I'm trying to, you know, really use all the colors in this palette though and see what I feel. I don't know if I'm going to do a neutral look with this palette all the time though, because, like, I have other palettes, neutral palettes that I love, but, you know, just trying to try it out, so why not? Okay. But as far as the colorful shades go, I love it. I'm really excited about the shimmer I'm going to be using today because I haven't used it yet and it looks gorgeous. I've swatched it a few times and it looks really pretty swatched, so, like, I'm super excited to use that. Finally. Okay, I think that looks really good. Okay, so now I'm going to be taking the shade Realness, which is this like a dark reddish brown on the corner. I'm taking that shade. I haven't used this one yet, so this is a whole new shade for me, but it's really soft and buttery, so I kind of have high expectations for it. I'm just going to take that on the outer corner. Oh wow, that really is pigmented. Yeah, you don't really need that much of this. Well, at least when you first go in. But I have to clean up some of what I just did. The only complaint so far I really have with this palette is the packaging. I think it's really pretty packaging, but oh my gosh, my palette is filthy. I'm like, I just got it not that long ago. Like, I haven't had it that long. I don't know why it's already so dirty. I mean, I have used it a few times, but still, I didn't expect for it to get that dirty that fast. Take a little bit of that shade on my crease brush just to really blend that out. Make sure there are no harsh edges. Just work that into the crease a little bit. Blending out pretty well. It is taking a little bit longer than the shade I used in my crease, but I think that's just because it's really pigmented. But I mean, it is looking pretty good. Let me take a little bit more. I'm trying to like make sure it looks like perfect. I'm a perfectionist when it comes to my makeup, so you know, I can't help it. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Wow, I feel like I didn't really need as much on this side as compared to the other side for some reason. Maybe I dipped more on my brush. I didn't think so, though. Yeah. I am actually going to add a little bit more because some of it did blend away. Okay, so there is a little bit of fallout with that shade. So just keep that in mind. Unless you plan on doing your eye look first, like I usually do. Especially if I'm doing an intense look. Pretty much always do that. Okay, so now I'm just going to go back in with Feeling It just to buff out those edges, and then we'll get into a couple other shades I have yet to use. Okay, so now I'm going to take the black in that palette. And just clean off my brush a little bit because there's some shadow on it from earlier. Or, well, yesterday. I'm taking the shade Prism, which is the black shade, and putting that just on the very outer corner of my eye. This one is pretty pigmented too. Now I'm taking my fluffy brush and just like dabbing a tiny bit of the black on to blend it, make sure everything is blended again. The boring part of makeup. But I don't find it boring. I love doing my eyeshadow. I don't mind sitting here and blending like 20 different colors together. Not really that many, but you know what I mean. It's like therapeutic for me. Like, I don't mind at all. This black I am having to work with a little bit more, but not really that bad. Yeah, it's blending out pretty nicely now. Do the same thing on the other side. Focusing mostly on the outer corner, but going in a little bit. So it's going to be a little bit of an intense neutral eye, like maybe like a little bit smoky, since I am using the black, but it's still very, very basic and neutral friendly. So, okay, now I'm going to take that initial crease shade again, and making sure that's all blended again. Because like I said, I'm a perfectionist with my makeup. I like to make sure it's like as perfect as possible. So. I feel like I need a little bit more. The black and the dark brown. There we go. I feel like this eye wasn't matching the other one quite right, but now I think it's looking better. Yeah, I took this eye look kind of high up. So that wasn't necessarily intentional, but it happened that way. So here we are so far. It is pretty smoky. But now I'm taking the last shade I haven't used, Eclipse, which is a gorgeous looking shimmer. I'm so excited about this shade. It's kind of a champagne-y shade, and just taking that all on my lid. Oh my god. So freaking pretty. Wow, I only needed one swipe of that color too. I didn't even have to dip my finger back in for that same eye. Oh my gosh, this color is so pretty. Like, I seriously can't get enough of this shade. Okay, and now, let's see, make sure it still looks pretty good. I'm gonna clean up a little bit on the outer, or on under my eyes. I did have some fallout, so keep that in mind if you don't like fallout. Or you could just do your eye makeup first, which is typically what I do. And that solves the issue. Yeah, I think this looks really, really pretty. Okay, so now I'm going to be taking this brush. I'm taking the shade Blurred Lines, which is this white with some glitter sparkle in it, and be wetting my brush with some Fix Plus. Putting this on the inner corner, inner tear duct. The shade is very pretty. I use this like with pretty much every look, no matter what I'm doing. So because I just think it really is a nice color. I just think it goes with pretty much anything in the palette for the most part. Okay, and now I'm going to be taking the shade Wiggles, which is the base shade that we use, and just highlight the brow bone with that. Just very quickly. Make sure everything is still blended. A little bit more of that base shade up there. Fluffing it up there. I think I like this look. So far, I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, I think that's almost it. I'm just gonna put on some eyeliner and mascara and go from there. Then I'll be able to tell how much I really like the eye look, because I feel like until I have my eyeliner and mascara on, I can't make a complete decision on if my eye look looks good. Because until I put on that eyeliner and mascara, it's missing something. And I'm taking my Essence waterproof eyeliner pen on top. And for some mascara, I'm going to be taking my Pure Fully Charged that I have been really into lately. Like, I think I like this more than the IT Cosmetics Superhero that I was using. I do like that mascara still, but I do think I like this one more. Plus, I love the kind of brushes on mascara. Like, I find those kind of applicators to be perfect for me. I like more voluminous lashes, so, you know, for me it's like perfect. But yeah, that is that. Okay, so now, see how everything looks. I think it looks really nice. It's definitely a neutral eye look. It's a little smoky because I used the black, but I think it looks good. So yeah, that was all for this video. I hope that you enjoyed watching it. And if you want to see more palette tutorials, I'm totally okay with doing that because, like I said, I love eyeshadow. So far for this palette, I totally give it an A+. I've used every single shade in it now. God, it's really messy. And every shade I've used, I've loved, except for one, which if you saw my last video, it's the shade Keep Cool, this purple. It is so, like, stiff in there to the touch that it takes a lot to get some product off, and it looks good on my finger, but when I swatch it, that's actually a better swatch than what I got earlier, because normally it's like that. Yeah, this shade I am not a fan of at all. It's super patchy. It does not blend well. It's just not very good. And as you can tell from the swatch, it's not very pigmented like it looks in the palette. I mean, you would think from using some of the other shades, the other colorful shades, and then being like, oh, those are so pigmented, and then trying that when it's not. Because I can tell you right now that these two bright colors are pigmented. Like, I barely even tapped my finger on my hand. So, yeah, I definitely do not like that purple. Only shade in the palette I don't like. Other than that, I think it's great. I'm definitely going to get a lot of use out of this using the colorful shades. I'll probably do some neutral looks, you know, every now and then with it. But probably not a whole lot. But I do definitely see myself using this Eclipse color that I have all over my lid. I love this shade. It's so pretty. So yeah, I really, really like this palette. Definitely recommend it. But that was all for this video. I hope that you enjoyed watching. And I hope I'll see you in my next videos. So, bye.